Hi, and welcome to SAFEEYE, a design solution app that we as a team have created following the rise of the current coronavirus pandemic. So what is coronavirus? Coronavirus are a group of viruses covered in little protein spikes that look like a crown. The virus spreads easily and can severely impact the respiratory system. When an infected person coughs, droplets containing the virus spray out. The virus can infect a new person when a droplet enters their mouth or nose. Coronavirus transmits best when people are close together. Following the coronavirus pandemic, statistics reveal that as of the 12th of October 2020, there are now more than 37.7 million cases reported in more than 188 countries and territories, resulting in more than 1,081,408 deaths, where more than 28.4 million people have recovered. 2020 has been a year of unpredictable circumstances, and many Australians have never been in a time of such uncertainty. To date, COVID-19 has had an enormous worldwide impact on the economy, the health of individuals, both mentally and physically, education, and more. Several solutions to dealing with COVID-19 have been introduced into Australians' lives to manage and track the spread of the disease. However, because of the uncertainty surrounding it, it makes it extremely difficult to come up with concrete solutions that will have a prolonged positive effect. Recently in New South Wales, amongst other states, regulations have been eased and people are now finally allowed to visit restaurants and cafes again, which is an occasion that Australians have always loved. In order to ensure public safety, an initiative that has been recently launched in enterprises is that they require you to keep records of who has been to their premises. However, according to our research results, we found that there are many defects in the system. One particular aspect that caught our attention was the venue registration system. Most premises are still using the traditional paper and pencil model. A pen can be touched by a large number of people every day and viruses can be transmitted by touching. Therefore, this is a big safety hazard. As we are still living in the era of the COVID pandemic, our aim is to try and improve the experience of people checking in at venues through designing an app that provides a more convenient and efficient solution in the field of public safety. We believe that by using the SAFEEYE app, this could provide a more user-friendly and convenient check-in experience for the public during COVID-19. Through research and further execution on existing apps in the market, we have identified the common flaws of these apps. The benefit of our app is that it offers a more user-friendly and user-centered check-in user interface, where it requires minimal effort to check in to every venue. Plus, SAFEEYE also aims to locate potential COVID hotspots and alert those who visit these locations or are in close proximity to watch out for symptoms and conduct a COVID test. Our targeted users are more likely to be individuals who frequently use their mobile phones, which may be adults who dine out regularly or individuals who are potentially vulnerable and need the most accurate COVID-19 updates near them fast. SAFEEYE constantly provides updates and latest news to users, so those using their mobile phones on a daily basis will be directly benefited from our app. However, that does not mean that SAFEEYE users will be left out, because they can still be notified by their surrounding friends or family who are also using SAFEEYE. Initially, our design process began by sending out surveys which asked focused questions surrounding the current venue check-in system. This survey hugely benefited our team because from the 80+ individual results, it meant that our whole design idea was based off what our users want. From these results, we discovered that the majority of users were unsatisfied with the current check-in process. Some of the reasons including the time that it took to fill out the information and personal security concerns. Because of the whole COVID-19 pandemic, there are currently no other applications on the current market who are directly addressing this issue. For example, the check-in features on the COVID Safe app are yet to be well developed and some of the similar COVID apps are serving internally only. Therefore, it has motivated us to create a more comprehensive COVID Safe app to service the public by simplifying their check-in process and keeping them updated to COVID news. You may wonder why we have chosen the venue check-in process as the main feature of our app. According to our survey results, 70% of respondents dine in at cafes or restaurants from 1 to 3 times per week, which means there is a huge demand for this kind of app improvement. If customers fail to check in accurately with personal details due to the current process, it will be hard for the government to control the spread of COVID-19, as it will misrepresent the real-time data we put the whole city on the verge of a virus outbreak. Some other results that we obtained from our survey is that one of the main reasons for people not checking in when they are told to do so is because of forgetfulness and laziness. We decided to address this problem by designing SAFEEYE to be a user-friendly check-in app which will remain simple for users to navigate around the app. By addressing the current issue the public is having, we believe our improved user interface will help remind users to check in wherever they have been. Before publishing SAFEEYE, we have identified COVID Safe as our major competitor. One of our similarities include informing users about COVID updates and related news regularly. However, what makes SAFEEYE different from our competitor is that we are able to help simplify users' check-in process by helping them to fill out the personal details from automatically registered information. We have even added a checkout feature with the click of a button, which was a major issue in the current venue check-in process. The checkout button is essential for when individuals have entered a venue at a particular time, but there is no way of checking out, so there is no guaranteed way of knowing when that person left and if they came into contact with a potential case. This checkout system will help inform related personnel of their COVID tracing. Another built-in feature of the SAFEEYE app is a map indication of COVID hotspot. It will be updated live depending on our database, which will help us to stand out from our competitors. The Australian government has recently launched an app named COVID Safe as a means to monitor and track the spread of COVID-19. However, we found research that the app requires a Bluetooth connection to work. Another problem when using Bluetooth on mobile phones is battery drainage, and this debate may be a factor. It may prevent people from wanting to use the application. In addition, if COVID Safe is to be an efficient application, it will need a lot of users. It is assumed that at least 40% of users are needed. Even so, its practical effectiveness is still questionable. This is because many people often fail to sign in for various reasons. Some people forget, some are lazy, some don't want to give away their privacy, and some don't even know where to sign in. Based on our research, we found that a large percentage of people think that the check-in process is so long that they don't even want to spend time on it. Our design ideas progressed as we designed different prototypes of our app, which we will demonstrate to you shortly. In our design, we have simplified and automated the content of the check-in system and made it easy for users to learn how to operate it. For example, if a user has visited the venue before, they will not have to enter personal information again because the system has saved the information from the previous visit. Moreover, our app can update the latest epidemic map in real time and highlight the affected areas in red so that the users can receive updates in real time. Through testing the low-fidelity prototype, we have found that the advantage of the product is the extremely simple and efficient operation process. However, the interface that presents the dangerous area requires further iteration and optimization to make it easy for users to understand. For example, we would need to improve the visibility of the interface, including data visualization and mapping, and constantly compare one of the most frequently cited set of heuristic evaluation tools, Nielsen's 10 usability heuristics, for user interface design, during the design process to test the usability of the product. We have two high-fidelity prototypes. This is the demonstration of how a user would check in with our app. As you can see, the first prototype design has a very simple and aesthetically pleasing layout. This design allows you to sign in using login details, facial recognition, or you can sign up. Each option remembers your details and autofills them when using the app. This app design has a map feature where you can either search for your current location, search another location, or choose one of the selected nearby venues. Alerts may appear when using the app to notify you of positive COVID-19 cases near you or to update you on urgent COVID-19 news. By using the current location feature, you can easily see the red dots where the hotspots or COVID zones are. This will allow the user to make an informed choice when deciding where to dine. This app uses a very simple check-in process, which only asks for your login and password. The other personal information is remembered from when signing up. This app also gives you the feature of checking out, which allows you to record the exact time that you are at a particular venue. This prototype also allows you to easily visit the website or venue for which you are planning to visit, so that you can easily read the menu or look at images of the venue. It has an aesthetic and minimalist design that can reduce user cognitive load. The cases around discovery help users stay away from dangerous areas. It saves users information, name, and contact details to improve the efficiency of the check-in process so that they don't have to input it again. Here is our second prototype. This is what the intro page looks like. This interface follows a minimalist rules. Only necessary elements have been included. This is an introduction of what the app can do and why you should use it. This encourages users to keep using the app and help to reduce the spread of coronavirus. By clicking continue, it will link the user to the login page where the user can easily use their Face ID or enter a password to log in. The following page shows the user's previously saved information, and they can directly select it, check in, or click add to add the details of a new person. After they complete it and click the check-in button, there will be a thanks page that appreciates the individual for helping to delay the spread of coronavirus. When there is a new case updated in surrounding areas, an alert message will be popped up on the screen to remind the user. Now the user can decide whether to see the current stats or back to the map. By clicking to see the current stats button on the page, our user can see how the current situation and recent changes of coronavirus. There also is a map to search surrounding cafes and restaurants nearby. The discovery page shows how many are spotted around this area. This allows the user to check whether they are in a safe area. We also have a news page to let them check in on recent news of COVID-19. Our second high-fidelity prototype has an aesthetic and minimalist design that can reduce user cognitive load. Using Face ID and saving user contact information will make our app more efficient. The cases around discovery help users stay away from dangerous areas. Alert notifications can improve people's vigilance. Current stats uses data visualization to allow users to clearly and simply understand the current COVID-19 situation in the world. This app is very important because SAFEEYE will benefit a lot of people, especially those who live in New South Wales. Most mobile phone users will download the app and they will benefit directly from it because they can receive the latest updates and alerts through the app. The data used by SAFEEYE is extremely reliable as it comes from the New South Wales government and is updated in real time. Users will be able to see a heat map of Sydney in this app, allowing users to know where the outbreak cases are located. Thus, when users choose to access areas or venues, they can make informed choices to avoid concentrated areas in order to reduce the risk of infection. SAFEEYE's app allows users to view the latest case data and receive warnings every day. They can learn how to prevent the spread of COVID-19 and avoid going to areas that are already infected. Thank you very much for listening, and we hope you like our app.